What's happening, good people? What's happening? Let's get right into this thing, man. As you can see, I got my robe on. I got my beanie cap on. I'm embarrassed to tell you how cold it is up here in my office, but I'll tell you right now what the temperature is outside. Let's see if Miss Siri cooperates. Siri, how cold is it outside? Siri says, I can't tell your location because of your settings. Where would you like to hear the weather? Alright, let's just go to AccuWeather. Let's go to AccuWeather and see what the temperature is outside, because I'm embarrassed, y'all. Current temperature outside is 25 degrees. It feels like 21. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it's cold. Eat cold. Eat cold. I'll tell you. It's 63 degrees right now in my office. I have my little heater right here. But if I turn the heater on, it has a lot of background noise. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that, y'all. Matter of fact, let me turn that down a little bit. And let's get right into it, y'all. Let's get right into it. Where we left off yesterday on chapter 4. Y'all remind me not to leave chapter 4 without naming it. I gotta figure out what's going on in chapter 4 and then name it, okay? We're taking a sip of water and we'll get right into it. I repeat, it is 63. I got my robe on. I got my Red Fox pajamas on. Got my house shoes on. Oh boy, just drank some coffee. Now I'm drinking some water. Okay. Back at home, Mrs. Wallace, Sonia, and Lily were all in the garage. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta remember that Lily is in the garage helping them. Okay? I gotta remember that. Write it down. Is helping in the garage. Alrighty. Back at home, Mrs. Wallace, Lily, and okay. I got my beanie cap on with my phones, and it's different. I'm hearing myself in the headphones different because of my beanie cap, but it's too cold to take it off. So back at home, Mrs. Wallace, Sonia, and Lily were all in the garage getting things prepared for Suge's big night. So far, 5 people had shown up. People from the neighborhood who'd heard about the get together and decided that free food was a lot better than having to cook for themselves. Lively balloons animated by an oscillating fan and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the garage. Let's see. I say garage already, don't I? Yep. The garage was strung up in various locations of the garage, as well as the front. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Locations of the garage as well as the front of the home. Staked in the front yard were the words Happy 80th birthday, Suge in bold letters. At a modest volume, old school R&B was heard playing from colorful let's see, the colorful speakers have an effect after they are all under the influence. Okay. Alright, I still gotta put that in the story as well. How do they all get under the influence? Being that Mrs. Wallace don't even drink, has never had a drink in her life. Wait a minute, she smokes cigarettes though. Yep, she smokes cigarettes, so I can't say that. And you guys starting to see how writing a book, a novel, you have to be inside the novel. You have to really know the people. You have to really know the backstories and all that, because I do want to make her. She is religious now, but maybe she did drink before. Okay. Because she smoked. That's what Henry said. Henry said when she was pregnant, she was smoking cigarettes. I think I kept that in there. We'll see. At a modest volume, old school R&B was heard playing from colorful flashing Bluetooth speakers. Though the speakers were capable of blaring bass throughout the neighborhood, Edna decided not to blast them out of worry that some of the neighbors would complain. Despite the fact, tunes like This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan and It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock were priming the scene for good vibes to come. The aroma of food, on the other hand, was permeating throughout the neighborhood. There was no way to turn down the smell, but if there were, Edna would have eagerly turned up the volume and perhaps used an industrial-sized fan to blow the smell in the directions of all those who thought they were too good to be a part of the celebration. It was Suge's birthday, and for those who knew the man and had any good sense knew that being there that night would have been the perfect way to pay homage to the gardening legend. The party itself was the Wallace's way of paying tribute. It was the least they could do. Okay, so it was the least they could do. I think I could put a semicolon there, I think. We'll see. The editors will catch it. I got a note over here. Maybe Suge says, "Let food be thy medicine." A quote from Hippocrates. I don't know. There were so many people who knew the hero behind the humble face. The beekeeper, the master gardener, the amateur. Did I say anything about being a gardener? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. The master gardener, the amateur soil scientist, the healer, and the actual war hero. Turning 80 years old was a very important milestone for Mr. John White, aka Suge, and the people of Green Pond. On fold-out tables that stood against the garage wall were silver chafers. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, y'all. Is it chafers or chafers? Let me see. Chafers or chafers? Let me look that up. That's a transformer sound, yo. All you young people out there, that's transformer. Autobots, roll out. Okay, so something went wrong apparently. We're not even gonna chance it, y'all. Somebody need to leave it in the comments. This is what I want somebody to leave in the comments. Get a new computer. I need motivation, man. Get a new computer and get new video editing software. How about that? All right. On fold-out tables, I gotta see that word spelled. I gotta see how to pronounce the word chafers. Hold on a second, y'all. Chafer. Okay.
Chafer.
So it's chafer, not shafer. Alright, were silver chafers with burners underneath, allowing steam to keep everything warm. The display of food looked nothing less than a feast fit for a king. There were dishes of all sorts neatly placed in platters. Next to the garage door on a separate fold-out table was a bowl of Edna's lemonade. Excuse me. Early in the day, and while preparing the lovely spread, Edna and Sonia had done an immaculate cleaning on the area. There wasn't a speck of dust or a cobweb anywhere to be found. On the hot table, hidden underneath the covers of the silver chafers, Alright. Okay, so hidden underneath the covers of the silver chafers. So yeah, I'm just, if you don't know what a chafer is, when you see the word silver, it may give you a little bit more, give you a better idea of what I'm talking about. Some people don't know what chafers are. I didn't know the name of it. I had to go look it up. I knew what they looked like, but I didn't know the name of it, so I had to look it up. On the hot table, hidden underneath the covers of the silver chafers, out of sight, certainly not out of sight, certainly not for early consumption, according to Edna, were dishes of creamy macaroni casserole, barbecue ribs, fried baby back ribs, fried chicken, collard greens, oxtail, dirty rice, yellow rice, corn on the cob, smothered turkey wings, and cornbread. Let me see, I have rice? Yeah. With as many as 50 people expected to show, some bringing more food, there would be several plates to take back home after the party. In covered platters that didn't require heat, and on a separate table, was potato salad, deviled eggs, apple pie, lemon meringue pie, crab salad, Caesar salad, and Suge's birthday cake, red velvet. Though the sun was now setting on the horizon outside the garage, away from the music, the sound of ruffling leaves could be heard as the cool October breeze was coming in. Sonia, bring back some cornmeal. I believe I see your brother and daddy walking up with the fish. Oh my God, I think I hit the voice right this time. I think I finally got the voice for Miss Wallace. What's her first name again? My God, what's her first name? Mrs. Wallace. Mrs. Wallace. I don't forget. Edna. That's right. Some ways down the freshly scraped dirt road, a road that appeared darker in its red hue now that it had been turned, Edna made out materializing images of her husband and son carrying the fishing rods and buckets. Watching her boy struggle with the heavy bucket, she shook her head with concern. You want to rest now? You want to rest again? I'm sorry. I got Mrs. Wallace's voice right now. Henry voice is. I get them all right. I'll get them all right eventually. You want to rest? You want to rest again? Asked Henry, knowing good and well the boy wouldn't dare stop to take a breath this close to home. Go ahead. Stop. A voice came from within. Nobody's looking. Just put it down for a few seconds and stop. Son, did you hear me? You can stop whenever you feel like it. With those words, his right arm began feeling like it was being pulled from its socket. With those words, Jacob's right arm began feeling like it was being pulled from its socket. The boy started questioning his own strength. Surely he could do this. They'd stopped 3 times already. The time to rest was then, not now. He heard his father, but feared opening his mouth to lie. Truth be told, he was in pain, extreme pain, but the wrong words could stop him in his tracks. As he continued on, ignoring the pain, the way an injured athlete would. He ignored the pain the way an injured athlete would when the championship game was on the line. It seemed the closer they got, the heavier the bucket grew. Finally, he managed to swing the container in front of him to his left hand, but not without splashing pond water all over his shoes. Just put it down, man. You don't have nothing to prove. Besides, nobody's looking, said the voice. Jake, his father called. Huh? The boy answered. Did you hear a word I said? Oh, I'm fine. I can make it, Jacob replied. You sure? Asked his father. Yeah, I'm stronger than you think, he said, as the burn in his right arm traveled up to his shoulder, across his chest, to his left arm. Yeah, I'm stronger than you think, he said, as the burn in his right arm traveled up his chest, traveled up to his shoulder, across his chest, to his left arm. I see we have a crowd already, said Henry as they approached the glowing garage. His eyes were fixated on a man he hadn't seen in over 2 years. Yeah, said Jacob. He too, glaring at the familiar face, realized. He too, glaring at the familiar face, relieved that he would soon be putting down the heavy bucket. Hey, is that? Looks like it is, said Henry. Father and son were surprised to see seated on the wooden picnic table that had been placed in the middle of the garage Lily and her father, Frederick Sr. So Lily is sitting down now. She's not helping out anymore. Maybe that's going to make Sonia agitated. Anyways, we'll come back. At the last second, Henry decided to take a hard left. Are you still good, son? Huh? Yeah, but where are we going? Asked Jacob. All right, so I know that wasn't smooth, and that's fine, because if you guys remember, I'm not just reading my story. I'm reading and editing at the same time, and it's a whole bunch of stuff going on at the same time. So, and I'm gonna go over this. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go over this a few more times. Not more than a few more times. So that's good enough for now. I'm gonna make this green, so this is what we're gonna start up next time. Alright. Make this green and we're gonna keep on moving, y'all. Huh? Yeah, but where are we going? Asked Jacob. Well, Miss Martha Louise can't make it tonight. You know how much she loves Redbreast, said Henry. Huh? Jacob said a second time. Oh, I think he said it a third time, didn't he? I think he said, yep. Huh? The boy answered. Yeah, so that's the third time. Jacob said a third time. Yeah. Son, we can't forget the ones who came before us. They had to go through a lot. In order for us to be where we are now. Son, I'm gonna go ahead and pause that a little bit real quick. Yeah, I want it to be some thought. Son, we can't forget those. We can't forget the ones who came before us. They had to go through a lot in order for us to be where we are now. Things we'll never understand, Henry said to his son. By this time, the pain was trying to bring the boy to his knees. Alright, so I need to make this black. If I don't make it black, it's going to continue being. And I'm going to give myself a little space. Give myself a little bit of space. A little space. So I can cook. Okay, by this time the pain was trying to bring the boy to his knees. The mysterious drink he'd been sipping on all day. That's gonna be his, what do you call those things? Tumbler, right? His tumbler was empty. His tumbler was empty. Where's the tumbler though? Because if he's carrying a bucket, where's the tumbler? Where's the little canteen thing that he's been drinking on? I gotta keep bringing it back to that. Okay, so. Oh. You got a bucket with water in it and fish. It's heavy. He has reeling rod, tackle. You know, Henry's carrying some of this stuff, but he wanted to carry the bucket. His tumbler was empty. The mysterious drink he'd been sipping on. Let's see. His tumbler was empty. Where's the tumbler at, though? Because he switched hands. That means he didn't have anything in his other hand. So he's not carrying the tumbler. I gotta see something real quick. Y'all hold tight. Alright, so you guys, I'm looking at different tumblers here. I see this one here. It has a strap on it, and you can strap it. You know, I got another one here. I think this is more likely because I was going to go with the belt. I was going to go with that one, but I was like, nah. So I gotta. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Has a strap on it. So what I gotta do right now is I gotta go back in the story for a second. Y'all hold tight. All right, so we're gonna bring it back here, but I gotta go back to, because right now it's a little dilemma, not a big deal, but his tumbler is, okay, let's just go back. All right, so we're on page 36. We're gonna go back to the beginning. Okay, and y'all know if you want to find a word, if you're trying to figure out how to get to a certain section, go down here, go here to pages, okay, and then you click on that, it highlights. All right, let's close this out. Go to pages, click on that, that brings up this box, navigation, okay. You can actually move this box. I didn't know you can move this. It says you can, but it won't move. Go to navigations, then when you want to search for that word, go to the little drop down, click that, advance, find, and then I want to see, first of all, let me go back. You want to bring your cursor to the top of the page, because if you don't do that, wherever you left off is where it's going to start searching. So I want to search from here on down. So I bring the cursor back up all the way to the top. Hit the drop down box, go to advanced find, and then what you want to find, I want to find the word. I think I used canteen, I think. Let's see if that's the case. Alright, so now you want to find next. Let's see what find in main document, comments, no. So find next, canteen, boom. And that's on page 25 with those words and after a sip from his canteen. Okay. I think I've mentioned it before that. Okay, so 25, that's kind of far down. So I know I mentioned it before that. If you guys don't understand what I'm doing right now, just leave it in the comments for all the people who are curious about how do you find different spots. So let's go back to advanced. So let's try thermos. Yeah, I think it was thermos. Find next. Alright, there we go. That's page 2. So I call it a thermos, I call it a canteen, and I call it a tumbler. That's fine. So let's close this out. And I have this highlighted already. Yep, I feel it, but it don't hurt because I'm strong. Plus, my new thermos is keeping my super juice. I gotta use super juice again. Keeping my super juice nice and cool, said Jacob before taking a sip. Like liquid fire, the substance burned down his throat to his stomach. He walked away from his dad while gasping and coughing profusely. You catching the cold, son? Alright, so now. Alright. No, went down the wrong pipe. Cough, cough, he lied. The boy's super juice was lemonade that his mother had whipped up with real lemons and honey from a neighbor's beehive. Oh, I gotta put beekeeper. As far as listing everything for Suge. By now, if you've been following me for a while, you're starting to realize, if you hadn't already, that writing a book is no joke. There's a lot of stuff you gotta remember. Yes, it is. So the boy's super juice was lemonade that his mother had whipped up with real lemons and honey from a neighbor's beehive. Now the neighbor, I don't want to mention Suge right here because I don't want to mention Suge here because I don't, later on I'm going to describe who Suge is and all that stuff. So I'm just going to say neighbors. But when you hear beekeeper and neighbor, your mind is multifaceted. You don't even know how complex the human brain is. I don't know, so I don't claim to know, but I know that by mentioning beehive here, later on when you hear that Suge has bees and all that stuff, it also relates to the title, Bajillion. A lot of things come together in a good story. Let me shut up. And okay, the boy's super juice was lemonade that his mother had whipped up with real lemons and honey from a neighbor's beehive. Jacob, being the rascal he was, had taken it upon himself to add an extra ingredient, despite the little extra being much bigger than that. Okay, so the substance he had the idea of putting this is all raw. Now this is a rough draft, y'all. Y'all gotta remember, this is a rough draft. I hadn't said this the whole time. I think maybe I have, but this is a rough draft, so y'all bear with me, because you gotta just sprinkle on things until you get everything smooth out, all the wrinkles out. So I'm just adding stuff right now. I'll go back later on and perfect everything. and then have somebody edit, have proofreading, have a line edit, have this. It's a lot of stuff that goes into writing a story, a book. He had the bright idea of putting the super juice into his new thermos. He'd gotten as an early that he purchased himself the thermos or the tumbler. Go into colors and all that. Oh man. The thermos, okay. Camouflage? Oh, yeah. Camouflage, yeah. I was in the army, y'all, and I don't even know how to spell camouflage. Camouflage. I have no idea how to spell camouflage. But that's why we got spell check. The camouflage. The camouflage case and strap and shoulder strap. There we go. Goodness gracious. Shoulder strap is what sold the boy. Oh boy. So this is all rough draft. Okay. The boy's super juice, and I gotta remember the beekeeper thing. The boy's super juice was lemonade that his mother had whipped up with real lemons and honey from a neighbor's beehive. Jacob, being the rascal he was, had taken it upon himself to add an extra ingredient, despite the little extra being much bigger than that. Much bigger than just that. He had the bright idea of putting the super juice into his new thermos he'd purchased himself with his money. He's purchased himself with his money. It's a big deal for a kid, to buy something himself. He purchased the super juice into, he had the bright idea of putting the super juice into his new thermos he'd purchased himself. He purchased himself with his money. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there for a second. With his money. The camouflage case and shoulder strap is what sold him. Okay. Alright. So he got a strap. Shoulder strap. Yes. Alright, let's say shoulder strap. Alright, now let's go to listen, y'all. For all you guys that have me on the big screen right now looking at what I just wrote, saying, oh, that's misspelled. Oh, that's not punctuated right. Y'all can kiss my big toe, okay? No, I'm Kiss my big toe. All right. Let's go to Shug. We're gonna do another advanced find, and we're going to go to Master. Find next. All right, Master Gardener. Okay. So now, oh, I got it there already. Beekeeper. Boom. The beekeeper. Got it there. I thought I did, but I wasn't sure. Now let's go back to page 36, y'all. Wow. This is where. Alright, so sipping his tumbler. Okay. They had to go through a lot in order for us to be where we are now, where we are today. Things we'll never understand, Henry said to his son. By this time, the pain was trying to bring the boy to his knees. His tumbler was empty, the mysterious drink he'd been sipping on all day. His tumbler was empty, the mysterious drink he'd been sipping on all day. Okay, y'all, I just ran out of juice. Like, just ran out of juice, y'all. I need a break, but I gotta go to work. So normally what I would do if I had the time, I would just go take a break and come back, and I'll start doing that later on in the future. But now I'm it's like I said, it's 63 degrees in my office, and I gotta go to work today. It's snow outside, it's ice on the ground. Oh boy, I don't feel like it, but gotta do what I gotta do, man. I guess. Anyway, so we're gonna pick it up tomorrow right here, man. We're gonna pick it up in the green, and this is where we stopped at, but we'll get it going. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be blessed. This is Anthony L. Kelly. Till next time, I salute. Hit that like, leave a comment. And just know that when I say I just ran out of gas, everything, that little bit of work I just did, I guess it's because I'm cold. I don't know, man. Goodness gracious. Till next time, y'all be blessed. Hit that like, leave a comment, share my videos, listen to my videos when you're, on that long trip, going wherever you're going in that semi truck, and be safe on that road. Listen to my videos when you're at the doctor's office waiting to be called back. Listen to my videos when you're at the dealership waiting to get your tires rotated and your oil changed and they're taking forever. Listen to my videos when you're exercising at the gym. Listen to my videos when you're bored. Put me on your TV, put me on your television. And I can assure you, you're not gonna be disappointed. Salute from an Army veteran. Salute. Till next time, this is Anthony L. Kelly. I'm out.